Hi, welcome in, folks, here at Spring Mills High School, here where the Spring Mills Cardinals lead currently the Frankfort Falcons 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. One out here for the Cardinals, and coming to the plate will be number 9, Sweeney, who is in right field today. I apologize, I do not have first names here for the Cardinals, but we'll give the last name and the position. And a pass ball here from Lease is going to allow the runner from third to score, who is Sweeney. I'm sorry, this is Trumpower. I apologize. Trumpower up at the plate, and the pass ball will actually allow Sweeney to score by Lease. So that will put the Cardinals up 3-0 here early in the first inning. One down, one ball, one strike to Sweeney. After a few hits, an error, the Cardinals are up 3-0 here early in the first. And that ball is belted to right field, and it is caught by the right fielder. So 2 outs now in the half inning for the Cardinals, and that does advance the runner to third. So 2 outs here for the Cardinals. With a runner on third. Next up here for the Cardinals, it's going to be number 13, Stanley. First baseman here for the Cardinals. Least the delivery is high, hits the backstop, but right back to the catcher, Purdue. A little bit of a break there for the Falcons. Time is called for the runner to tie his shoe. I do apologize for the interference with the camera there for the netting behind home plate, but we got the camera set up as best we could for you today, folks. Again, Cardinals lead here early in the first, 3-0 over the Falcons. Ball is fouled back behind home plate. Beautiful campus here at Spring Mills High School. You can see in the back right-hand corner there is where the Spring Mills football team has their stadium. Back right of the stadium. Lisa's delivery is a little inside. So that's going to be a full count here now. No, sorry, 3-1 here for a count on the hitter here. Again, this is Stanley here for the Cardinal, and he lines it right at the third baseman. So that will do it here for the inning after one full. And to lead off here in the top of the second here for the Falcons is Uriah Cutter. His first at bat here on the day. Pitch is down the middle and strike one there on
Just like
Cutter.
last night, Uriah. Come on, hit her out.
Cutter in right field today. Pitch is called a strike. So 1-2 here on Cutter. Top of the second here for the Falcons, trailing 3-0 to the Cardinals. And he reaches and does miss, so that's going to be strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Next up for the Falcons, it's going to be number 13, Jackson Hare. He's the one that just caught the line drive at third base to end the inning for the Cardinals. Lefty gets set here in the box. And the pitch, just a tad low and inside. So ball one here for Hare. 1-0 count on Jackson Hare. Pitch is just a tad high for Hare, so 2-0. I think this is something big for the Falcons here today to try to come back after being down 3-0. They got to get ahead of the count. They got to force the pitcher to make pitches. They got to get base runners now. Hare grounds it up the middle and just out of the reach of the shortstop. So that's going to be Jackson Hare first hit of the day. So one down after the strikeout to Cutter. Hare reaches first. It's going to bring up number 31, the catcher, Jesus Purdue. Another left-handed hit. Pickoff attempt is just behind the runner. He is back safe, so. Inning has led to the Cardinals leading. And pitches swung on and missed from Purdue. So that is strike 3 here in the top of the second. It's going to bring up number 7, pitcher Lane Lease. Looking to come back here and help himself out a little bit after the rough first inning. Again, Hare leads off at first. Pitch is past the catcher to the backstop. And Hare will advance to second base, giving the Falcons a runner in scoring position. This is something that the Falcons did very well against Martinsburg the other night, was with runners in scoring position. They were able to get runs across. Pitch from Swartz is in there for a strike, so 1-1 here on Lease. Again, 2 outs, 1-1 count here on Lease. And the pitch from Swartz is belted, and it is missed by the left fielder. So that is going to bring in Jackson Hare. Lease looking to try to get to second, and he stumbles in to second base. And that will get the Falcons on the board.
Good job, Lane!
So Lease with the RBI double here for the Falcons cuts the lead down 3-1. And Lease is going to get a courtesy runner here, so that is going to bring in
It wasn't pretty, but it worked.
Julian Pattison here for the Falcons. So again, Falcons now down 3-1. Next up now is Rhett Sensabaugh here for the Falcons. Sensabaugh's first at bat today. The pitch is in there, called strike. So 0-1 count on Sensabaugh. Again, RBI double for Lane Lease. Cuts the lead for the Cardinals down to 3-1 here in the second inning. Pitch from Swartz is a little high above Sensabaugh. It's going to be a ball, so 1-1 count here on Sensabaugh. 2 outs, top of the second. Again, that's where the Falcons really need to focus on, is the runners in scoring position. Can't let those go by the wayside, especially after that disastrous first inning. Pitch is in, and it is fouled back behind the plate here for Sensabaugh. So 1-2 count on the right fielder. Oh, sorry, Sensabaugh is actually DHing today. So 1-2 count here on Sensabaugh. 2 outs. And Swartz grounds it to the third baseman. And he dropped the ball, and the umpire still calls him out. So even after the dropped ball from third, he does call him out. So that will end the Falcons' second inning, but they do score on the Lane Lease double, cutting the lead. Hitting for the Cardinals is going to be number 16, Clark, who is a left fielder today. First pitch in there was a strike. So 0-1 count here for Lease. Second pitch is in, and strike 2 here on Clark. Again, I do apologize. I do not have the first names of these players for the Cardinals. I was just given a lineup card that had the last name on them. But 0-2 count here on Clark. The pitch is in, and just a bit outside here. So 1-2 count here for Clark. In his first at bat here for the afternoon. He will be followed up by Wysock, and then back to the top of the order with Anders. Pitch is in, just a little low. So 2-2 count here.
Come on, 7.
Lisa's pitch is fouled back behind home plate. So count stays 2-2. Pitch from Lease is again fouled back behind the net. So still 2-2 count here on Clark. Sorry. That's another thing the Cardinals really have to do as well. Is if they want to get to Lease, they got to foul off a lot of pitches, getting him, in a high pitch count. But that is another plus for this Falcons team is their bullpen. So 2-2 count here to Clark. Pitches in, swung on and missed. That is a strikeout for Lane Lease. So one down here in the Cardinals' second.
What's the other one? One fell third baseline. Not the click it.
Yeah. So after that strikeout, one down here in the Cardinals' second. And that is going to bring up Wysock here, the second baseman, number 10. First pitch from Lease is called a ball, so 1-0 count here to Wysock. The big lefty's pitch is on the way and swung on and missed, so 1-1 count. Wysock digs in. And the pitch from Lease is a curveball just outside. So 2-1 here to Wysock. Bottom of the second. Cardinals lead 3-1. Again, after Wysock, it's going to bring up the top of the order here. And looks like the umpire has called him.
Hey, good call, Blue.
Looks like the pitcher went to his mouth while he was on the mound, so that is a balk. So that's going to make the count now 3-1 here on Wysock. So 3-1 count now on Wysock after the balk call, which that is a correct. And the pitch from Lease, right at the knees. So full count now on Wysock. Lease comes back with a very good pitch there, right about the knees with the fastball. And now the pitch is inside, and that will give Wysock the first base on the walk.
Blue. Good work. Yeah, good job. Way to get in his head, Blue. Way to work.
So now that's going to bring up the top of the order here for the Cardinal. It's going to be shortstop Anders, who led off the game with a double. So first pitch to Anders is just low. So 1-0 count here. One out, one on here for Spring Mills. Wysock with the walk. Cardinals lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the second. Anders down the line and fair ball. That is going to get into left field. That is going to bring the runner over from first to third, and that is going to be Anders' second double of this game.
Way to work.
He's there automatic. Get the ball to second and keep him off second. He's walking there on that hit down the line.
Runners on second and third here for the Cardinals. One
Calls
down,
a ground ball down
leading
the line.
3-1.
He's off to the races. He don't even have to wait.
Again, Anders' second double here of the game in 2 at-bats. Anders is what got the first inning rally going for the Cardinal. Next up is going to be number 3, Curry, who is the center fielder here, who also had a base hit in the first inning. Lease's first pitch is swung on and missed, strike one. So 2 on, 1 out. Cardinals leading 3-1. Curry at the plate, already down behind the count, 0-1. Curry's going to ground it to the second baseman. who does get it to first for the out, but that is going to bring in Wasok from third on the sacrifice. I'm sorry, on the fielder's choice there from Curry. So that'll get him an RBI, and that is going to make 2 outs, but it does increase the Cardinal lead 4-1 here in the bottom of the second. Matchup of two very good teams here. Of course, you have your Quad A Spring Mills Cardinal coming in at 4-1. And that is going to be a base hit there for number 17, Sweeney. And that is going to bring in Anders here to increase the lead for the Cardinals 5-1 here in the bottom of the second. Now, as I was saying, Quad A Cardinal will come in at 4-1 here to this matchup against the defending Class 2A state champion Falcons. Spring Mills on the season have beat Lewis County twice, lost to Heritage, or beat Heritage and Musselman, and their one lone loss coming to the Martinsburg Bulldogs, who Frankfort beat just this past Wednesday. Now for the Falcons, coming in at 3-1. Lisa's second pitch there comes in as a strike, so count is even at 1-1. Back to the Falcons, they lost in extras to Morgantown to open the season, and then have won 3 straight here, beating Washington 3-2, Martinsburg 6-3 on Wednesday, and just last night beating East Hardy in a rout 20-8. Sorry for the camera angle there, guys. Again, 1 on. They are now checking the bat here. Measuring the bat here for the Spring Mills player. Batter is called out. So it was considered to be an illegal bat here for the Spring Mills team. So now that is going to actually end the inning. So now we'll go to the third inning here for the Falcons, where they trail 5-1 to the So the batter was ruled out. So going to be Falcons leading off here. It is going to be number 21. Pitch is fouled back. It's going to be number 21, Gunnar Bradshaw here, who is at second today. So Bradshaw behind now, 0-1. Pitches in, and half a swing is fouled off. So 0-2 here for Bradshaw. Swartz here, still on the mound. Cardinals were able to stretch out 2 runs there in the bottom of the second to extend their lead 5-1 on the Falcons. Swartz's pitch is low, so take it for a ball. So 1-2 here on Bradshaw for the Falcons. After Bradshaw, then you have the top of the order back to Orndorff and Jacobs. Swartz's pitch is right down the middle, called strike 3. So another strikeout here for Swartz. It's going to bring up Lanson Orndorff, who grounded out in the first inning. Just missed a base hit, but did ground out. So Orndorff at the plate. Orndorff at first today. Pitch is high, so Lanson's going to be up 1-0 in the count. And Swartz's curveball is in there for a called strike. So 1-1 on Orndorff here in the top of the third inning for the Falcons, trailing 5-1. Orndorff, the do-it-all player for the Falcons. It's a line shot and just foul. So it's going to be 1-2 here on Orndorff. Swartz's delivery is going to be high, so it's going to even the count at 2 apiece. 2-2 count, 1 down for the Falcons. Again, Orndorff just missing what could have been a double on the last pitch, but was a foul ball down the third base line. The pitch is in, and it is skied to the second baseman, and he does make the catch. So that's going to bring up 2 outs now for the Falcons. Going to put Orndorff at 0-2 for the afternoon. It's going to bring first pitch from Swartz is called a strike there. So 0-1 count on here to Jacobs. Pitch from Swartz is off the handle and fouled back. So 0-2 count here on Jacobs. Following Jacobs. Oh, and the pitch is dribbled down the third base line, picked up and foul. So it stays 0-2 count here on Jacobs. Following Jacobs is Uriah Cutter, the first baseman, number 3. Oh, I'm sorry, Jacob Netting follows Jacobs, center fielder. Pitch from Swartz is fouled back again, staying 0-2. Again, a very exciting matchup here against these top 2 schools in their respective classes. A pitch from Swartz is going to be lined to the center fielder, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So, no hits, no errors, and no runs. in the bottom of the third. So to lead off the bottom of the third inning here for the Cardinal is going to be number 4. Looks like Schellberger here, the starting catcher. First pitch was in there, called a ball. New pitcher is going to be Jackson Hare for the Falcons. Hare's pitch is fouled off behind the plate, so 1-1 count. So Lease on the afternoon, 2 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, did have a couple of strikeouts. Hare's pitch is in the dirt, but blocked very well by Purdue there. It's going to be 2-1 count on Schellberger, sorry. Again, I mentioned about the Falcon bullpen here. Comes into play and pitches up and fouled into the actually Falcons dugout here on the third base side. So it's going to be a 2-1 count here for Schellberger. I'm sorry, 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Schellberger. Schellberger again, the starting catcher in the afternoon. Hare in relief. His pitch is a curveball, a little low, but is swung on and called strike 3. So Hare comes in on relief from Lease and gets the first batter he faces to strike out. So 1 out here. Again, bottom of the third, Cardinals lead 5-1 over the Falcons. 1 out for the new pitcher, Jackson Hare. Hare's first pitch looked a little outside, but was called a strike here on the hitter, Trumpauer. Trumpauer, starting third baseman here. Pitch is grounded to the second baseman, who flips it over to Lease, and runner is out. So 2 quick outs here in the inning for the Falcons. Gunnar Bradshaw on the assist to Lease at first base. So with that put out, that's 2 outs in the bottom of the third. That's going to bring up number 13, Stanley, who is the starting pitcher. I'm sorry, not the starting pitcher. Swartz is the starting pitcher. Stanley is the big first baseman. So first pitch from Hare against Stanley is going to be a little high, ball 1. Again, Jackson Hare in on relief from the starter, Lane Lease. His pitch is fouled back to the netting. And that will be 1-1 count. So the 1-1 pitch from Hare is called a strike. So 1-2 count. Hare getting ahead in the count on Stanley. Looking to have a 1-2-3 inning here for the Falcons. Hare's pitch is outside, so 2-2 count on the hitter. Be the Falcons' first up 3 down inning here after giving up 3 in the first and 2 in the second. Hare's pitch is tipped and fouled back, but not caught. So count stays 2-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Time is called. Very vocal Spring Mills Cardinals bench, and it is nonetheless not successful. Hare gets the strikeout and ends the inning. And welcome back here to the start of the fourth inning where the Falcons trail the Cardinals 5-1. Swartz's first pitch is going to be outside, but his call to strike here for Jacob Netting, who leads off the inning for the Falcons. Swartz with the slider. Netting tries to reach out and does miss. So 0-2 count on Netting. Here to start the Falcon fourth. Again, Falcons trail 5-1 here to the Cardinal. And the pitch is swung on, actually, and missed by Netting. So that is Swartz with the strikeout. Netting's first strikeout of the afternoon. And that is going to be the first out for the Falcons.
Come on, you.
So next hitter for the Falcons will be Uriah Cutter. Comes to the plate is 0-1 on the afternoon. Swartz's pitch, changeup, is swung on and fouled back behind home plate. So 0-1 here for the Falcons starting right fielder Uriah Cutter. 0-1 count here on Cutter. Pitch from Swartz is just outside, called a ball. So evens up the count at 1 apiece. 1 out here for the Falcons after the strikeout on the check swing from Netting. Swartz's pitch is hit from Cutter at the shortstop where he misses it and does get into the outfield. So that allows Cutter to reach first base on what could possibly be an error, but that was hit pretty strong, so that should be a hit for Cutter. But he does get on. So runner on first. 1 out here for the Falcons. And that's going to bring up the relief pitcher now, Jackson Hare. So we can Hare come in for relief for Lane Lease, who moved to first base. And Swartz's first pitch is low and inside for a ball. So 1-0 count here for Jackson Hare. Again, Cutter reaching first, runner on. 1 out here for the Falcons, looking to try to cut into this deficit. Swartz's second pitch is in there inside, but it is called a ball. So 2-0 count. Hare getting ahead on the count at 2-0.
It is a metal plant, the third biggest metal company in the country.
Swartz's pickoff attempt is just a little behind, but Cutter is back in there safely. So again, 2-0 count here for Jackson Hare. Swartz's pitch is high and outside, so 3-0 count here on Hare. Let's see if he does get the green light. Coach Miller usually pretty aggressive, but down here 5-1 to the Cardinals with 1 out in the fourth inning. See what Coach Miller decides. And he's going to allow Hare to take the pitch, which looked a little high but was called a strike. So 3-1 count here on Jackson Hare. Swartz sets, and pitch is down and hit to the second baseman and does ricochet off the front of the second baseman into the outfield, and Cutter goes from first to third. We'll check on the second baseman here real quick because that was a hard shot that hit almost at his face. Ball took a very bad hop. Coach and players will check on the second baseman here just to make sure he is okay. So after the coaches and players check on Wysock, the second baseman there for the Cardinal seems to be okay. But now, Cardinals again leading 5-1 here in the top of the fourth. Falcons have a little bit of a rally here. Runners on the corners, one out here, and that is going to bring up Jesus Purdue, starting catcher for the afternoon. Purdue hits one to left, and it is caught for the out, and that will allow Cutter to score on the sacrifice fly. So that's going to cut into the Cardinal lead. That will now be 5-2 Cardinals lead.
Firebox 55.
Come on, Lane.
All right, so Lane Lease is at the plate. Runner on second here for the Falcons. 2 outs. Falcons were able to score a run to cut the lead from 5-2 for the Cardinals.
Come on. You're all right.
So
Let's
2-2
go.
count
We're
to
good.
number 7, Lane Lease, who started this game, but has since moved to first base. Falcons looking to cut into the lead just a little bit more. Runner in scoring position for him. Lane Lease with a double to get the rally started early. Pitch is in the dirt and no advancement from the runner. So full count now for Lane Lease. Again, Falcons with a run here in this inning on the sacrifice fly from Jesus Purdue. Cuts the lead to 5-2 here for the Cardinal. Lease pops it up to right field.
Please don't.
Players convening, and it is caught by the right fielder to end the inning. So Cardinal hitter. His second pitch is in, called strike 2. It's going to be number 16, Clark here, the left fielder. Hare's third pitch here is just a bit outside. So 1-2 count here to Clark in the Cardinal fourth. Cardinals again lead 5-2 here. Falcons did get out of the jam there did get a 1-2-3 inning in the third after allowing the 5 runs for the Cardinals in the first 2 innings. Ball was a little high, so 2-2 count here. Hare's pitch is in there and hit right up the middle for a base hit. So that is going to lead Clark off here in the Cardinal fourth inning on a base hit. It's going to bring up Wysock here, the second baseman, who did take a shot there in the previous half inning, but does seem to be okay. Clark leads off first. Nobody out. Hare's pitch is in there for a called strike. So 0-1 count here on Wysock, the second baseman. Hare checks the runner, gets the signs from the catcher, Purdue. Runner off of first. And pitches up and into the press box area. It is fouled back. New press box being constructed here at Spring Mills baseball field. Hare's pitch is outside. That's going to be 2-2 here on Wysock.
Come on, Jax.
Again, Hare in relief of Lane Lease, who did start the first 2 innings of this game. Runner is off, and it is hit to center field where the catch is made. So the runner will have to retreat back for the first out of the inning. Wysock took a strike at it and hit it fairly well, but was caught by the center fielder for the Falcons. That is Jacob Netting in center field. So 1 down here in the Cardinal fourth. That is going to bring up the top of the lineup. This is the shortstop, Anders.
Not too much.
It's 2 for 2 today with 2 doubles. The pitch is in there for a strike. So 0-1 count here to Anders. Again, 2 for 2 today with 2 doubles for the starting shortstop for the Cardinals. Hare up in the count, 0-1. And curveball in there for strike 2. So 0-2 count here on Anders with 1 out after the fly out from Wysock. Clark leads off his first. Hare's pitch is just a tad bit outside, so called a ball. So 1-2 count here on Anders, trying to get him out for the first time today. Following Anders will be Curry and then Sweeney after him in the hole. Hare's pitch is in and hit to the third baseman, but he does miss it. Orndorff with the error does get into left field. So that is going to move up the runner. So it's going to have first and second here for the Cardinals after the error. But there is 1 down here in the bottom of the fourth. So that's going to bring up the center fielder Curry for the Cardinals. Hare's first pitch is popped up to the second baseman, and Gunnar Bradshaw does make the catch there for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs, 2 on. Cardinals lead here 5-2. That is going to bring up number 17, Sweeney, the right fielder.
Somebody keep him honest. Good Lord have mercy.
Lord have, yeah.
Hare's first pitch to Sweeney is in there for, is called a,
You're doing good, Jax. You're doing good.
it was called a ball,
on, you
so
got
1-0 count here
You
on
got
the
it.
hitter.
You're good.
Again, runners on first and second here for the Cardinal.
Don't pitch right.
Hare steps off.
Come on, have some confidence.
We're at the bottom of the fourth. Cardinals lead here over the Falcons, 5-2. Threatening here in the inning. Hare's pitch is hit. And it is over the head of netting. That could score 2 here.
Run it!
And it is going to score 2 here for the Cardinal. So that's going to extend the lead for Spring Mills to 7-2 here over the Falcons in the bottom of the fourth. So after the 2-run double here for the Cardinals, it's going to bring up their starting pitcher here. Swartz is up after the 2-run double from Sweeney.
Yeah.
Pitches in there for a strike. Now 0-2 on Swartz. Again, 2 outs, 0-2 count
Come on, Jax.
on Swartz. 2-run double from Sweeney extends the Cardinals' lead to 7-2. Hare's pitch is fouled back, so it'll stay 0-2 here to Swartz.
Might get me some pain. Yeah.
Hare's pitch is grounded to the shortstop, Jacobs, and he fires over to Lease for the 3rd out of the inning. So after the 2-run double, that will extend the Cardinals' lead to 7-2, going to the top of the 5th here over the Frankfort. And welcome back here to the top of the fifth, where the Cardinals lead 7-2 over the Falcons. Swartz comes back out for the fifth inning here for the Cardinals. His first pitch was called a strike. Leading off for the Falcons here is going to be number 16, Brett Sensabaugh, who was today's DH. And that pitch, he fouls it off to the backstop. So 0-2 count here on Sensabaugh. You have Sensabaugh, Bradshaw, and then the top of the order with Orndorff. Trying to make a rally here for the Falcons in the top of the fifth. Swartz's pitch is fouled off to the right side above the Cardinals' dugout. So 0-2 here again for Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's fourth pitch of the bat is going to be a little high. So 1-2 count here on Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's pitch is going to be popped up and fouled out of play. Keeping the count at 1-2 here for Rhett Sensabaugh.
Did you see the puppies? I don't know if they're still here or not. There was a Boston Terrier puppy.
Sensabaugh's hit is grounded to the third baseline, but is foul ball. So stays at 1-2 count. It's going to be the seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. On and called strike 3. So after a 7-pitch at bat for Sensabaugh, Swartz does get out of it on the check swing strikeout. So 1 out here in the top of the fifth for the Falcons. That's going to bring up Gunnar Bradshaw, the number 9 hitter here for the Falcons. Looking to try to get something started, cut into that 7-2 lead. Swartz's first pitch is just on the outside corner, called a strike. So 0-1 count here to Bradshaw. Bradshaw is hit towards the second base. It ricochets off the glove of the second baseman into foul ground. That will be a hit for Bradshaw, who does get to first base. So that is going to roll over the lineup here for Lance and Orndorff. It was 0 for 2 on the day so far. Orndorff looking to continue here. Try again to cut into the lead here of the Cardinals. They do lead 7-2. Swartz's pitch is outside. Ball 1 on Orndorff. Runner on first here for the Falcons. And the ball is hit just over top of the shortstop's head for a base hit. That is going to advance the runner to second. So base hit for Orndorff. It's going to put another runner in scoring position here for the Falcons as we have the 2-hitter,
Find a good spot,
Blake Jacobs. Shortstop coming up. Try to continue for the Falcons. This right here is where the senior leadership really needs to come into play for Jacobs. 3-year starter here for the Falcons. First pitch from Swartz is in the dirt, so 1-0 count. 1 down here in the Falcons' fifth. Threatening here, runners on first and second. Jacobs at the plate. Swartz's second pitch here is in there for a called strike, so 1-1 count to Jacobs. 2 hits here in the inning for the Falcons. But 1 down here. Ball in the dirt is going to be low and called a ball, so 2-1 count on Jacobs.
Let's go, guys.
And that pitch is just outside, so 3-1 count here on Jacobs. third batter here for the Falcons in the inning. I'm sorry, fourth batter here in the inning. So far a strikeout and then 2 hits for the Falcons have led to the first and second runners on, trailing 7-2 in the top of the 5th. Pitch from Swartz is dribbled up the first base line. Jacobs gets there and is called out. So that does advance the runners to second and third, but that brings up 2 outs here in the Falcon 5th.
Come on, Jacob. You got this.
So now 2 down for the Falcons. It's going to bring up center fielder Jacob Netting here with runners in second and third, trying to cut into this 5-run lead out for the Cardinals, who do lead 7-2. Jacobs just missed the hit there at first base. He was called out.
Come on, Jacob. It's all right. Come on.
Netting here's first, down 0-1 now in the count. Swartz's second pitch is a little hot, so evens up the count at 1-1. Again, 2 outs. Runners on second and third here for the Falcons, trailing Spring Mill 7-2 in the top of the 5th.
Oh, Jacob.
And that 12-6 curveball bottom just went out of that thing, swung
Jacob,
and
watch
one
the
and
ball.
missed
You
from
got it.
Netting. So 1-2 count on Netting. 2 outs here in the Falcon 5th. Bradshaw on third. And the pitch is inside and low, so evens up the count at 2. So 2 on, 2 outs. Count at 2-2 to number 2, Jacob Netting. Base hit would score 2 here for the Falcons, so if Netting can come through. Pitch is fouled straight back to the Netting, so count stays 2-2. Swartz and readies. His pitch is up and in and swung on and missed. So with that strikeout, that kills the rally here for the Falcons and bring the Cardinals up to bat in their half of the 5th. Welcome back here to the bottom of the 5th, where the Cardinals lead 7-2 over the Falcons. So after 2 pitches here from Jackson Hare to the hitter number 4, Schellberger. And with his third pitch is going to be called strike. So 2-1 count here to Schellberger. Again, Cardinals lead 7-2 after they were getting out of the jam. Runners on second and third with the Falcons for 2 outs. Hare's pitch is grounded down the third base line and is a foul ball. So that's going to even the count here at 2-2 to Schellberger.
I don't know why mine
For the Cardinals here in the bottom of the fifth, you have Schellberger at the plate, Trumpower on deck, and Stanley in the hole. Pitch from Hare is fouled off. Again, 2-2. If you're just catching in,
I'd like to
it's
show.
the bottom of the fifth here for the Cardinal. Jackson Hare take over in the top of the third for starting pitcher Lane Lease, who did move over to third. Lease gave up 5 in the first 2 innings. Pitch from Hare is called a strike. I'm sorry, it was called a ball. So full count here for Schellberger. Nobody out here in the Cardinal fifth. Pitch is popped up. Hit down the third base line and will get out of play. So Schellberger will extend this at bat here. Come back, full count still. Nobody out for the Cardinals in the bottom of the fifth. And Hare's pitch is high and outside, so that will force the walk to Schellberger. So 1 on, nobody out, and we'll bring up Trumpower, the starting third baseman here for the Cardinal. And that will bring in a pinch runner for the catcher, Schellberger. And it looks like number 1, Butts, will be coming into the game here for the Cardinal. So Trumpower here at the plate. He grounds one right past the third base coach, but foul. So 0-1 count here on Trumpower. Again, here we are, bottom of the fifth. 1 on, nobody out here for the Cardinals, leading 7-2 over the Falcons. Pitch is in the dirt, swung on, gets away from Purdue, but is able to keep the runner at bay at first base. So 0-2 count here on Trumpower. Hare sets. And the pitch is hit off the handle and fouled back to the backstop. So count will stay 0-2. Hare gets the sign, checks the runner over at first. Pitch is hit into center field for the base hit by Trumpower. Ball gets back in quickly, so the runner does not advance past second. So runner on first and second here. Nobody out for the Cardinal in the bottom of the fifth. And that is going to bring up number 13, first baseman, Stanley. He had a big hit in the third inning. I'm sorry, in the fourth inning. He's got a couple of runs there for the Cardinals. Hare's pitch is a little outside, but it is called a strike. So 0-1 here on Stanley. Looking to add to the Cardinal lead with 2 on and nobody out.
Yeah.
Hare's pitch is outside, so it's going to even count at 1 apiece. The 1 count here. Hare's pitch is in, and it is fouled off, hitting the catcher. So it's going to be a 1-2 count here on Stanley. Harris' pitch is a little high, so 2-2 count.
What good does it do to be sanctioned in the middle?
Harris' pitch to Stanley is hit to the shortstop where he picks it up, fires over to first, and is able to get the runner. So does get the out, but does advance the runners over to second and third. Jacobs had to hit the hole there a little bit, but Gunner Bradshaw was forced that way as well. So nobody was at second base to try to get the forced runner there or try to turn two. But they do get the out. So one down here in the bottom of the fifth for the Cardinals, threatening to score two more with runners on second and third, and only one out. And at the plate here for the Cardinals is number 16, Clark. The pitch was in there, and it was called a ball. So 1-0 count here to Clark. Again, Cardinals lead 7-2, threatening here again in the fifth. Harris pitch is in there, called strike, evens up the count, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the Cardinals' fifth, with runners on second and third. Ball's in the dirt and blocked. Very, very good job there from Purdue to try to keep that in front of him. That ball gets away. That probably brings in the 8th run for the Cardinals. So 2-1 count here. Pitch is in there for a called strike. So 2-2 count. 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth for the Cardinals. Again, looking to extend their lead, already ahead of the Falcons, 7-2.
Yeah. People in Charleston.
Harris' pitch is in there, swung on and missed for strike 3. So that will be 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Runners still on second and third. 2 outs, and that's going to bring up that's going to bring up the second baseman, Wysock here. So the number 9 hitter here for the Cardinals, looking to try to extend their lead. Falcons looking to get to the 6th with the middle of their lineup coming up. The ball was low and inside, so 1-0 count here to Wysock, who does seem to be okay after he took that shot to the side, to the front of his hand there, it looked like, at second base in the last half inning. So pitch is in there, called a strike, so 1-1 count here on Wysock. Hair sets. Pitch is in the dirt and swung on, so it's going to be a 1-2 count here on the Cardinals' second baseman. The Falcons are 1 strike away from getting out of this jam going into the 6th inning. Harris' pitch is swung on, fouled just behind the dugout, so it stays 1-2.
Ryan, come in a couple. Couple more.
Harris' pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. So that will end the threat from the Cardinals. 2 hits, 2 left on here in the Cardinal bottom of the 5th, but leads So 1 out here in the Falcons' 6th, trailing 7-2. Uriah Cutter on the line out to the shortstop. I mean, a great defensive play. That's going to bring up number 13, Jackson Hare. He did get a hit in his last at bat, but was left stranded. Swartz is out there again in the 6th, but the pass ball is going to be 0-1 count here on Hare. So 1-0 count here for Hare. Swartz's pitch is popped up. Looks like it's called by the shortstop, and he does make the catch. So 2 quick outs here in the Falcons' 6th. And that is going to bring up the catcher, Jesus Purdue.
So there's 10 farms. Good. And you're right.
Again, 2 quick outs here for the Cardinals in the Falcon half inning.
Grand chair.
Spring Mills does lead still 7-2 in the top of the 6th.
You do.
Swartz back out there again for the 6th. Purdue is up. First pitch is fouled down the first base line. So that's going to be 0-1 count here on Jesus Purdue.
You know what you do with sauce.
Swartz's pitch, Purdue faces the bunt, and he fouls it off back toward the Falcons dugout. So 0-2 count here on Purdue. Looking to get a rally started here for the Falcons. Trailing 7-2 in the top of the 6th.
How are you? Pretty good.
Swartz's pitch is lined up the middle for a base hit for Purdue. So Purdue looking to start a little 2-out rally here for the Falcons. And that's going to bring up number 7, first baseman Lane Lease, who did help contribute to one of the Falcons' runs early in this game with a RBI double. So Purdue will get a sub runner here for him since he is the catcher. They do allow pinch runners for the catcher and the pitcher here in high school baseball. So again, Lane Lease here at the dish, and his first swing is fouled off toward the dugout. So does get behind 0-1 count here in his at bat. Oh, and 1 count here to Lease. Swartz's pitch is hit to left field, and it is caught. So that will end the top of the 6th here for the Falcons, trailing 7-2 to Spring Mills. Welcome back here to the bottom of the 6th inning, where the Cardinals lead the Falcons here 7-2. Here, starting the inning, will be the leadoff batter, Anders, who takes a first pitch ball. So 1-1 count here to the Cardinals shortstop. Very productive day here for Anders, 2 for 3, with two doubles and a couple RBI. Ball is in the dirt, and 2-0 count here for Anders. Again, number 13, Jackson Hare, back out on the mound in relief. Anders hits it into left field for a base hit, so that'll give him his 3rd hit on the day for the leadoff batter. Tough out today there, Anders, for sure. But that is going to bring up the center fielder, number 3, Curry, here with, again, Cardinals leading 7-2 here in the bottom of the 6th, 1 on, nobody out here for the Cardinals. Hare sets, fires, and it is going to be a sac bunt here for Curry, trying to get to first. And he is called out, so he does do his job, gets the runner over to second, but and sacrifices himself. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th for the Cardinals with runner on second. That is going to be a base hit, and that is going to bring in Anders from second. Ball is fired in, and he is safe at second. That was Sweeney there on the double. It's going to extend the Cardinal lead to 8-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Close play at second base, but the ump ruled that he was safe after the head first slide. So Cardinals add an insurance run here in the bottom of the 6th. Extend their lead 8-2 with 1 out. And Swartz, the starting pitcher, comes to bat. Pitch is fouled off back behind home plate. So 0-1 count here for number 12, Swartz. Pitch is low in the dirt and called a ball. So 1-1 count here to Swartz. Pitch is in there for a called strike. So 1-2 count here to Swartz. Again, 1 out. 1 in here for the Cardinals, getting that insurance run in the bottom of the 6th to extend their lead 8-2 over Frankfort. And that is going to get in between the shortstop and third baseman for a base hit, and that will bring in Sweeney from second to extend the lead now 9-2 for the Cardinals. We're getting there. And that was a foul ball there from Schellberger. So 0-1 count here to Schellberger. 1 out. Cardinals have extended their lead with the RBI single, RBI double, and the single from Schwartz. So 9-2 here for the Cardinals. 1 on, 1 out. Runners off. Called strike.
Come on.
And ball is thrown out into the outfield, but backed up by the center fielder. So no advancement from second to third, but stolen base for the pinch runner, who Schwartz was on for the base hit, but did get the automatic. Pitch from Hare is fouled off down the third baseline. So that is going to keep the count at 0-2 here for the Cardinals catcher, Schellberger. Again, runner on second, 1 out. Cardinals have already added 2 here in this bottom of the 6th inning to extend their lead 9-2. Hare's pitch is a hair high, so it's going to give him first ball. So 1-2 count here to Schellberger with 1 out. Hare's pitch is blocked in the dirt. Runner's going to take off for third, and he slides in there safe. So the runner does extend the runner. So the runner is extended 90 feet to third base. With only 1 out here for Schellberger, looking to add another run here in the bottom of the 6th. Two count, 1 out. Pitches in and must have just been low because it was called a ball. So full count here to Schellberger. Hare in his 4th inning of relief. Hare's pitch does hit Schellberger in the hand. So that will give him first base. So runners will be on the corners with only 1 out here in the 6th inning for the Cardinal. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, Trumpauer, number 9. So Trumpauer here at the dish. Runners on first and third. Only 1 out in the Cardinals' half inning. Hare's pitch, just a little outside, so ball 1 here for Trumpauer. Cardinals done a very good job today with runners in scoring position, several doubles and key hits here to extend this lead. Hare's pitch is fouled back to the netting, so it's going to be 1-1 count here for on against Trumpauer. Runner goes, and defensive indifference will let him get to second. But that does put runners on second and third here with 1 out. Trumpauer still at bat. Count is 2-1. Hare trying to get out of this jam. Pitch is there and called a strike, so that's going to put 2-2 count. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Cardinals leads 9-2, threatening to add more runners here with runners on second and third. Pitch from Hare is fouled back into the net, and that did adjust our camera there behind home plate. So So we will try to get that fixed here momentarily, but we will stick with the audio here just for a moment. Hare's pitch is there and swung on and missed. So strikeout for Hare to bring up 2 outs as Coach Miller comes to the mound to possibly make a change. We will. So we were able to get the camera angle just right where it needs to be. And again, we do apologize for the string from the net being right in view, but not much we can really do about that there, folks. But we are back after the pitching change. Gunnar Bradshaw does come in relief for Jackson Hare, who does move over to second base. Again, we've got 2 on, 2 outs here for the Cardinals, trying to extend their lead, which they already do, lead 9-2 here over the Falcons in the bottom of the 6th. Ground ball to the shortstop. Jacobs fires over to first and does get the out to end the inning. So add on 2 more here for the Cardinals, who do extend the lead 9-2. Falcons coming to bat in their last chance here in the top of the 7th, trailing So here we are, top of the 7th. Falcons trail 9-2. Bringing up Rhett Sensabaugh here to try to get the rally started here for the Falcons. Count is 1-2. And Sensabaugh fouls it off down the first base line. So we'll stay here. 1-2 count on Sensabaugh. You're going to have Sensabaugh leading off. Bradshaw, and with that, swing and a miss. Strike 3 will be the first out for the Falcons here in the top of the 7th. Now that brings up Gunnar Bradshaw here, who was in relief of Jackson Hare in the bottom of the 6th. Came in, got the out that he needed to extend this game to the top of the 7th. And a new pitcher for Spring Mills. First pitch is outside, so it is ball. So 1-1 here to Bradshaw. Looking again to get this rally started here for the Falcons to try to cut in the lead, trailing 9-2. Pitch is in there for a strike. So 1-1 count here to Bradshaw. Again, top of the 7th. Falcons trail 9-2. Pitch is in there. The new pitcher here for Spring Mills is number 13, Stanley, who comes in from first base. Basically switches position with the starting pitcher, Swartz, who does move over to first. So 1-2 count here to Bradshaw.
Yeah, that one.
Pitch is low and outside, called ball. So 2-2 count on Bradshaw.
How you been? Bill keeping you straight, or is he driving you crazy?
So Bradshaw trying to get on. Cut into this 9-2 lead here for the Cardinals. Ground the ball to the shortstop. Fires over and gets Bradshaw on the ground out. So that's going to bring up the top of the order here for the Falcons. Lanson Orndorff trying to get a 2-out rally started here for the Falcons. He's got an 0 for today. Charleston University commit here, Lanson Orndorff, started third base today. His first pitch is going to be fouled and out of play here. So we'll start as a bet, 0-1 count. Again, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning here for the Falcons, looking to try to get cut into the 9-2 lead for the Cardinals.
Out there playing basketball.
So when you leave, you go over there and take it. Right.
The top, like, I don't know, 4 or 5. They're usually all
Pitch to Orndorff just over his head, so 1-1 count here to Orndorff.
I ain't seen Bill Riley ball game. Usually he comes, but I ain't seen him for probably since you graduated.
1-1 count, 2 outs here in the Falcon 7th. Orndorff swings and puts one up the middle for the base hit. So Orndorff's first base hit of the day. That'll bring up the shortstop, Blake Jacobs, looking to extend the Falcons' rally here in the 7th. So senior shortstop Blake Jacobs looking to extend this game here, trailing 9-2 in the 7th. Orndorff reached on the base hit up the middle. First pitch is outside and checked on and is called a ball. So 1-0 count here to Jacobs.
Because I did that there out in Florida a while ago. I brought up the last couple of games.
Pitch is outside, so 2-0 count here to Jacobs. Again, Swartz switches over to first base, which brings in Stanley as the new pitcher here in the 7th to try to close it out for the Cardinals. Jacobs ahead of Stanley here. 2-0 count, 1 out in the Falcons 7th. Jacobs looking for his first hit of the day. And Jacobs hits one to center field, where it is picked up, and that will do it here for the Falcons. So Stanley comes in here for the Cardinals after a dominant performance from Schwartz, only giving up 2 runs and a couple of strikeouts in 6 innings of work. And the Cardinals take home the W and
It's all about facing
move on to 5-1 here on the season. Falcons dropped to 3-2 with the 9-2 loss to the Spring Mills Cardinals. Break here, folks. We will actually get a chance to talk to Coach Miller, whose Falcons do fall to 3-2 here. All right, so we have head coach Matt Miller here after the 9-2 defeat at the hands of Spring Mills Cardinals. Coach, you give up 5 early runs and then hold them to 4 the rest of the way. What positives can you take from this loss, if any?
Jackson pitched really well. Gave up a couple hits in bad situations, but when you get ahead of a hitter and the umpire, is not there and sees it, and then we have to throw a fastball, the kid lines it in the center, that's 2 runs right there. He pitched really well. That's a positive. Defensively, we didn't play bad. Offensively, we were terrible today. Not our best game. We need to be better at the plate than what we were. We just got to be more aggressive with fastballs and not swing at so many off-speed pitches, but we'll fix it. We'll get better next game.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to ask you about your relief pitching, which has been a good strong point. Outside of Lanson's starting pitching the other day against Martinsburg, what have you really liked about your relief pitching coming into this game 6 now?
We've came in, we've thrown strikes, and when we've needed to get batters out, we've gotten batters out. Rhett threw well in relief against Morgantown today. Jackson did a great job, and you can go through. Every game we played, our second guy that came in's done well. So I'm very happy with the ability to throw strikes. We know we're deep on mound with throwing strikes. We just got to get more outs.
Yeah, so this is Lane's actual second starting job here so far on this short season. What things have you liked? What things need to be corrected for him, especially going into his senior season here as a starting pitcher?
He just needs more innings. He didn't get to pitch all last year. The more innings he gets, the better he's going to get. He's keeping the ball down nice. It's just today they hit him up a little bit, and it happens. It's baseball.
Yeah. So this is a very good now 5-1 Spring Mills team. Quad A school. So nothing to be ashamed of coming in and down 9-2 of course, but still this is a very good Spring Mills baseball team here. So Tuesday brings up a winless Hampshire team. What plans do you have for Hampshire, and how are you going to go about getting another W against the Trojans?
My plan for Hampshire is to score more runs than they do.
It's a good good job.
We haven't decided on our pitching yet for the week, but as of right now, we could go with Red or we could go with Lansing. They're both going to be available that day, so we'll see where we're at and go from there.
Again, Coach, Falcons come into Martinsburg here at Spring Mills High School and are down to 9-2. We'll be back here on Tuesday, April 1st, against Hampshire at home. Game time is 4 o'clock. Again, Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching today. And again, Frankfort does lose to Spring Mills 9-2 here at Spring Mills. We will be back live on YouTube on Tuesday, April 1st, 4 o'clock against the 0-7 Hampshire Trojans. Thank you guys for watching today and have a great